Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Day 36 of the 2025-2026 regular season. Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues its live action. November 26, 2025. CJ McCollum shines as Washington Wizards snap 14 game skid with 132-113 win over the Atlanta Hawks. McCollum posted season highs with 46 points and 10 made three-pointers with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and the Washington Wizards never trailed in route to victory over the Atlanta Hawks. Alex Sarr added 27 points and 11 rebounds for the Wizards, who snapped a 14-game losing streak, too shy of the franchise record. Washington's Corey Kispert had 19 points before leaving midway through the third quarter with a thumb injury. Kristaps Porzingis scored 22 points with 8 rebounds, and Onyeka Okongwu had 20 for Atlanta, which had a two-game win streak snap in its worst loss since a 138-118 defeat to Toronto Raptors in an October 22 season opener. Both teams are now 1-2 in the NBA Cup play. Anthony Black nets career high leads Orlando Magic to a 144-103 win over the Philadelphia 76ers. Anthony Black scored 27 of his career-high 31 points in the first half, and Franz Wagner added 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and the Orlando Magic routed the injury-depleted Philadelphia 76ers. Desmond Bain contributed 15 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals on 6 of 15 shooting from the field. Tyrese Maxey had 20 points, 4 assists to lead the Philadelphia 76ers. Jared McCain added 15 points, 3 assists. Orlando improved to 3-0 in the NBA Cup group play, and the 76ers dropped to 0-3. Luka and LeBron led the Lakers past the Los Angeles Clippers 135-118 for fifth straight win, clinching their NBA Cup Group B. Luka Doncic had 43 points, 13 assists, and 9 rebounds, and LeBron James added 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists in the Los Angeles Lakers' fifth consecutive victory. Doncic matched his season high with 32 points in the first half on the way to his 51st career 40-point game. He fell just short of his 10th career 40-point triple-double. Austin Reeves tallied 31 points and 9 rebounds for the Lakers, who have won 11 of 13 overall. James Harden continued his scoring surge with 29 points, 5 rebounds, and assists for the Clippers, who have lost 11 of 13. Kawhi Leonard scored 19 points with 5 rebounds, 3 assists in his second game back from a 10-game injury absence. Let's proceed to the NBA Cup team standings as of November 26, 2025. Teams for East Group A: Cavaliers, Indiana Pacers, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, and Washington Wizards. Team standings for East Group A. Number 5 is the Indiana Pacers 0-2 record. They lose versus Atlanta Hawks, lose at Cleveland. Their next two games will be at Toronto Raptors and versus Washington Wizards. Indiana is already eliminated in the VA Cup group play. Number 4 is the Atlanta Hawks 1-2 record. Win at Indiana Pacers. Lose versus Toronto Raptors. Lose at Washington Wizards. Their last game will be against Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3 is the Washington Wizards 1-2 record. Lose versus Cavaliers. Lose at Toronto Raptors. Win at Atlanta Hawks. Their last game will be against Indiana Pacers. Number 2 is the Cleveland Cavaliers 2-1 record. Lose versus Toronto Raptors. Win at Washington Wizards. Win versus Indiana Pacers. And their last game will be against Atlanta Hawks. And the number 1 team in the East Group A is the Toronto Raptors. 3-0 record. Win at Cleveland. Win at Atlanta Hawks. Win versus Washington Wizards. And their last game will be against Indiana Pacers. Toronto Raptors already clinched East Group A. Teams in East Group B: Boston Celtics, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, Brooklyn Nets, and Philadelphia 76ers. Team standings for East Group B. Number 5 is the Philadelphia 76ers 0 and 3 record. Lose versus Boston, lose at Detroit Pistons, lose versus Orlando Magic. Their last game will be against Brooklyn Nets. Philadelphia is already eliminated in NBA Cup. Number 4 is the Boston Celtics 1 and 2 record. Win at Philadelphia, lose at Orlando Magic, lose versus Brooklyn Nets. Their last game will be against Detroit Pistons. Number 3 is the Brooklyn Nets 1 and 2 record. Lose versus Detroit, lose at Orlando Magic, win at Boston Celtics. Their last game will be versus Philadelphia 76ers. Number 2 is the Detroit Pistons 2 and 0 record. Win at Brooklyn, win versus Philadelphia 76ers. Their next two games will be against Boston Celtics and versus Orlando Magic. And the number one team in East Group B is the Orlando Magic with 3 and 0 record. Win versus Boston Celtics, win versus Brooklyn Nets, win at Philadelphia 76ers, and their last game will be at Detroit Pistons. Teams in East Group C: New York Knicks, Milwaukee Bucks, Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat, and Charlotte Hornets. Team standings in East Group C. Number 5 is the Charlotte Hornets 0 and 2 record. Lose at Miami Heat, lose at Milwaukee Bucks. Their next two games will be versus New York Knicks and versus Chicago Bulls. Number 4 is the Chicago Bulls 1 and 2 record. Win versus New York Knicks, lose at Milwaukee, lose versus Miami Heat. Their last game will be at Charlotte Hornets. Number 3 is the New York Knicks 1 and 1 record. Lose at Chicago, win versus Miami. Their next two games will be at Charlotte Hornets and versus Milwaukee Bucks. Number 2 is the Miami Heat 2 and 1 record. Win versus Charlotte Hornets. Lose at New York Knicks. Win at Chicago Bulls. Their last game will be against Milwaukee Bucks. And the number one team in East Group C is the Milwaukee Bucks, 2 and 0 record. Win versus Chicago. Win versus Charlotte Hornets. Their last two games will be at Miami Heat and at New York Knicks. Teams in West Group A: Oklahoma City Thunder, Minnesota Timberwolves, Sacramento Kings, Phoenix Suns, and Utah Jazz. Team standings for West Group A. Number 5 is the Utah Jazz 0 and 3 record. Lose at Phoenix Suns, lose at Minnesota Timberwolves, lose versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Their last game will be against Sacramento Kings. Utah Jazz is already eliminated. Number 4 is the Sacramento Kings 0 and 2 record. Lose versus Oklahoma and lose at Minnesota Timberwolves. Their next two games would be versus Phoenix Suns and at Utah Jazz. Number 3 is the Minnesota Timberwolves, 2 and 1 record. Win versus Utah Jazz, win versus Sacramento Kings, lose at Phoenix Suns. Their last game will be against Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 2 is Phoenix Suns, 2 and 0 record. Win versus Utah Jazz, win versus Minnesota Timberwolves. Their next two games will be at Sacramento Kings and at Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 1 is the Oklahoma City Thunder, 2 and 0 record. Win at Sacramento Kings, win at Utah Jazz. Their next two games will be versus Minnesota Timberwolves and versus Phoenix Suns. Teams in West Group B: Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, Dallas Mavericks, and New Orleans Pelicans. Team standings for West Group B: New Orleans Pelicans 0 and 3 record. Lose at Clippers. Blues versus Lakers, Blues at Dallas Mavericks. Their last game would be versus Memphis Grizzlies. New Orleans is already eliminated. Number 4 is the Dallas Mavericks, 1-2 record. Lose at Memphis, lose versus Clippers, win versus New Orleans Pelicans. And their last game would be at Los Angeles Lakers. Mavericks is also eliminated. Number 3 is the Memphis Grizzlies, 1-1 record. Lose versus Lakers, win versus Dallas, at New Orleans Pelicans, and at Los Angeles Clippers in their last two games. Number 2, Los Angeles Clippers, 2-1 record. Win versus New Orleans, win at Dallas Mavericks, lose at Los Angeles Lakers. Their last game would be against Memphis Grizzlies. Number 1 is the Los Angeles Lakers, 3-0 record. Win at Memphis, win at New Orleans Pelicans, win versus Clippers. Their last game will be against Dallas Mavericks. Lakers already clinched West Group B. Teams in West Group C: Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, Portland Trail Blazers, and San Antonio Spurs. Team standings for West Group C. Number 5 is the Golden State Warriors, 1-2 record. Lose at Denver Nuggets, win at versus San Antonio Spurs, lose at Portland Trail Blazers. Their last game will be against Houston Rockets. Number 4 is the Houston Rockets, 1-2 record. Lose at the Spurs, win versus Portland Trail Blazers, lose versus Denver Nuggets, and their last game would be at Golden State Warriors. Number 3 is the San Antonio Spurs, 1-1 record. Win at Houston, lose at Golden State Warriors. Their next two games would be versus Portland Trail Blazers and versus Denver Nuggets. Number 3 is the Denver Nuggets, 2-1 record. Lose at Portland, win versus Golden State Warriors, win at Houston Rockets. Their last game will be versus San Antonio Spurs. Number 1 is the Portland Trail Blazers, 2-1 record. Win versus Denver, lose versus Houston, win at Golden State Warriors. Their last game would be at San Antonio Spurs. And here are the NBA Emirates Cup matchup for tomorrow, November 27, 2025. Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons will try to extend their winning streak as they visit Jalen Brown and the Boston Celtics in TD Garden at 6 a.m. Philippine time or 6 p.m. Eastern time. The struggling Charlotte Hornets, led by LaMelo Ball, will face Jalen Brunson in the Cleveland Cavaliers in Spectrum Center at 8 a.m. Philippine time or 8 p.m. Eastern time. Ryan Rollins and the Milwaukee Bucks will try to go back in the winning column as they visit Norman Powell and the Miami Heat in Kaseya Center at 8:30 a.m. Philippine time or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The skidding Indiana Pacers, led by Pascal Siakam, will face the streaking Toronto Raptors, led by Scotty Barnes in Scotiabank Arena at 8:30 a.m. Philippine time or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The best team in the league, Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, will play Julius Randle and the Minnesota Timberwolves in Paycom Center at 8:30 a.m. Philippine time or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Jaren Jackson Jr. and the Memphis Grizzlies will match up against Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans in Smoothie King Center at 9 a.m. Philippine time or 9 p.m. Eastern time. Alperen Sengun and the Houston Rockets will go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors in Chase Center at 11 a.m. Philippine time or 11 p.m. Eastern time. The Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs will visit Denny Abdiha and the Portland Trail Blazers in Moda Center at 11 a.m. Philippine time or 11 p.m. Eastern time. The struggling Sacramento Kings, led by Zach LaVine, will battle Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns in Golden One Center at 11 a.m. Philippine time or 11 p.m. Eastern time. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to help our channel grow. Thank you so much, everyone. See you in the next video.